In today's hypixel skyblock video, I'm going to be going over the best archer builds for early, mid, and late game. Now, I've done this in the past, but this is sort of an update from the last one, because a lot has kind of changed. But before I get into the video, please consider subscribing, liking, and possibly joining my Discord server, link in the description. But without any further delay, let's get into it. Starting off with early game, I'm going to straight up kind of just say this straight off the bat. If you're early game, I definitely don't recommend you playing archer, because archer is just not a good class for early game since you're very limited in items. But either way, for the people that for some reason want to play archer, what you can do is just get a hurricane bow with either skeletor or skeleton master, and then for the pet you can buy whatever skeleton rarity you can afford. But besides that, I really don't think you should focus on playing archer early game. Already going on to mid game, we're going to look at an actual real build that you could probably use. The armor set you're going to be looking at is Shadow Assassin. This will just buff your damage a lot, and it's highly recommended for mid game. If you can't afford the chestplate, you can replace it with a Zombie Knight chestplate. Either one works. And for the helmet, you can replace it. It's not very necessary, but if you want, you can replace the helmet with one of the golden heads for whatever floor you do. And of course, I highly recommend getting the Juju. If you can't afford a Juju, I recommend playing a different class overall, because outside of Juju, you just don't have a very good variety to choose from for a bow that will do a decent amount of damage. But for the pet, yet again, you can stick with a Wither skeleton or a skeleton, but if you have extra money, you can go with a Baby Yeti, which is really good for survivability, and that's what I use for my runs. And of course, we have late game. To start off, the set we're going to be looking at is actually 3/4 Necron, because in this situation, the golden head would actually be better, / diamond head, whatever one you can afford. But like I said, trust me, in this situation, the golden head will actually buff your damage by quite a bit and make you do a lot more damage in your runs. Now, for the bow, I'm going to say stick with the Juju still, unless if you can afford a Terminator, of course. But the only thing you're going to be looking out for is Soul Eater, because Soul Eater definitely changes your damage by a lot. Yet again, I recommend sticking with the Baby Yeti. It's just going to be a very good survivability pet. But if you're a higher catacombs, you can go with a Ender Dragon, which will buff your damage and pretty much everything else. But that is it for this video. It was just a very quick, brief archer build guide. And it just went over some pretty simple builds. But if you did find them pretty helpful, or if you think something would improve a build, please just comment in the comment section down below. But anyway, thank you for watching. See ya.